Anybody who has a racist point of view, I don't want to know them.
All right? Who use words like people who talk about gay people as degenerate.
That is totally and utterly untrue. You damn well know.
Ever wondered what happens when a seasoned politician faces off against a relentless interviewer? Nigel Farage and Trevor Phillips just showed us, and it wasn't what anyone expected. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now back to the video. As Phillips fired off tough questions, Farage didn't just defend, he attacked. The result? A masterclass in political sparring that has everyone talking. But who really came out on top? Trevor Phillips, the notorious hard-hitter of British journalism, squared off against Nigel Farage, the political firebrand who's no stranger to controversy.
You follow this narrative that all the media follow. Let's get it straight.
Who use words like people who talk about gay people as degenerate.
That is totally and utterly untrue. You damn well know.
The stage was set for an explosive encounter on Sky News, with viewers eagerly anticipating the fireworks to come. Phillips, true to form, came out swinging. He immediately pressed Farage on a topic guaranteed to raise temperatures: accusations of enabling racism within his political movement. But here's where things took an unexpected turn. Farage, known for thriving under pressure, didn't flinch. He remained cool as a cucumber, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Phillips's aggressive questioning. It was clear that Farage wasn't just prepared for a defensive stance, he was gearing up for a counterattack. As the tension built, viewers could sense a shift in the air. This wasn't going to be your run-of-the-mill political grilling. Farage had a strategy up his sleeve, one that would flip the script on Phillips in a way no one saw coming. The stakes were high. This wasn't just another interview, but a battle for credibility and public perception. Phillips, accustomed to making his guests squirm, found himself in unfamiliar territory.
The racist remarks made by one of your own volunteers, Andrew Parker. Now, you said there's a setup.
I know it is.
You have a political project, which is to destroy Conservative and all of that.
No. It's a positive project.
Yeah. No, you've got a project.
Farage's unflappable composure caught him off guard, disrupting his usual rhythm. It was as if the tables had turned, and suddenly, the interviewer became the one on the back foot. As the exchange heated up, both men dug in their heels. Phillips, determined to maintain control, pushed harder. Farage, sensing weakness, prepared to strike back. The stage was set for a verbal showdown that would leave viewers questioning their assumptions about political discourse and media accountability. Social media exploded with reactions, many criticizing Phillips's approach as more of an orchestrated attack than a balanced discussion. It seemed the public was growing weary of gotcha journalism, yearning instead for genuine, unfiltered political exchanges. What started as a typical hard-hitting interview had morphed into something far more intriguing. As Farage and Phillips locked horns, viewers were left to ponder. In the high-stakes game of political interviews, who really holds the power? The relentless questioner or the quick-witted responder?
You just said the guy came in and he was a walking Alf Garnett.
In accent terms.
Yeah. I know intuitively when somebody doesn't like me because of my colour. That's not you.
No.
As Phillips continued his barrage of accusations, Farage remained cool and collected, a glint in his eye betraying the ace up his sleeve. The tension in the studio was palpable as Farage calmly turned the tables on his interviewer. "Now, Trevor," he began, his voice steady, "before we go any further, let's talk about your own history with controversial statements. The atmosphere shifted dramatically as Farage brought up Phillips's suspension from the Labour Party for making Islamophobic comments. Suddenly, the accuser found himself in the hot seat. But Farage wasn't done. He went on to highlight a particularly damning incident where Phillips had used a racial slur during a previous discussion. "You used the term Paki in a public forum," Farage pointed out, his tone measured but firm. How do you reconcile that with your current line of questioning?
Well, if you wanted to support us, why not come as the person you really are? Why come using your false acting voice? Anybody who has a racist point of view, I don't want to know them.
All right.
The impact was immediate and profound. Phillips, visibly flustered, struggled to maintain his composure. The power dynamics of the interview had shifted dramatically, with the seasoned journalist now on the defensive. It was a masterclass in political maneuvering, leaving viewers stunned at the unexpected turn of events. Social media exploded with reactions. Many expressed shock at Phillips's past indiscretions, questioning the credibility of a man who had built his career on advocating for racial equality. The hypocrisy was not lost on viewers, who flooded Twitter and Facebook with comments criticizing Phillips's choice of words and the perceived double standard in his questioning of Farage. As the interview continued, both men grappled with the fallout of this dramatic exchange. Phillips, visibly shaken, attempted to regain control of the narrative. But the damage was done. His aggressive questioning style, once seen as a strength, now appeared hypocritical in light of his own controversial past. Farage's counterattack did more than just deflect accusations. It exposed deeper issues in political discourse and media accountability. Viewers were left questioning the integrity of the interview process and the responsibilities of journalists when addressing sensitive topics. The effectiveness of aggressive questioning in political interviews was suddenly under scrutiny. As the dust settled, one question lingered.
Attracted these racists and homophobes and anti-Semites to your party?
Well, the candidates that we're kicking out. Did you ask him how many millions of pounds his party have taken from Russian sources over the course of the last few years?
How would Phillips recover from this unexpected reversal? The answer to that would not only shape the remainder of the interview, but potentially impact the future of political journalism in Britain. The battle for credibility and public perception had taken an unexpected turn, leaving both participants and viewers to navigate the murky waters of modern political discourse. The Farage-Phillips showdown wasn't just another political interview, it was a game changer. Farage's calm demeanor and strategic counterattack left Phillips scrambling to regain control. By highlighting Phillips's own controversies, Farage exposed the hypocrisy lurking beneath the surface of gotcha journalism. This exchange wasn't just about scoring political points. It was a wake-up call for media accountability. The fallout from this interview could reshape political discourse in the UK. Viewers, tired of scripted exchanges, may now demand more authentic interactions from their politicians and journalists alike. Phillips's credibility took a hit, while Farage emerged as a savvy operator who can turn the tables on even the toughest interviewers. But here's the million-pound question. In this new landscape of political sparring, who really holds the power? Is it the relentless interviewer armed with tough questions, or the quick-witted politician who can flip the script? As the dust settles on this encounter, one thing's clear: the rules of engagement in political interviews may never be the same again.